example. Same opponent back to back on ladder, yeah. It happened last week on stream. I played 2 times back to back against Brody. I don't know if maybe I have to find the stream, but I don't know when it happened. But I played 2 times back to back against Brody. Like I knew his deck, I retreated, I queued in again, and I fought against him. I wanted to tag him or write him in Discord, but then I was like, oh, F it. Yeah, really. That's what I was thinking. Like I was like, you can't now usually do that. I don't know if what is like a bug or we really simultaneously pressed start the game, but we just queued against each other back to back. No, it was instantly. Like I pressed end game, queued instantly, and I got him instantly again. Like it wasn't even 5 seconds. It was just, and there it was again. That's why it felt like a bug. Like there was no way he could play like a game in between. It was just really like between ending the game and starting the game and finding him was like probably 5 seconds. Yeah. He 2 times high rolled me, like, he 2 times high rolled the shit out of me. You can't measure my happiness right now? Because of Butters or because of the SpaghettiOs? I would be happy because of Butters, but maybe you're happy because of something else. At this time of night? Maybe a bit earlier. Like, not late for, like, EU times. The thing is we could snap that. Bad thing is we have no cards in hand that are really useful except of Galacta. Do we have some kinetic stuff here? He retreated even before I freaking wanted to snap. Like, look at my mouse button. You don't see it? Look at my mouse button. It's on this. It's between your messages. It is on the cube to snap. How did he know that? I just telekinetically told him that I would snap. I had infinite, I had SpaghettiOs, I had 2 chicken sandwiches, I had 2 cups of hot cocoa, I got to cuddle with Butters. Can you cuddle with Butters? He snaps with his buddies? I don't want to assume stuff. It's just kind of weird. When I talk about snapping, it's called cursor, not mouse button. Thank you, Mr. Knowledge. Maybe draws rocks. I just found it was like crazy timing. I just said like, I'm gonna snap. Shall I snap? He retweeted. Maybe. 2 cups of hot cocoa? I just got some milk today, so I might do some Lucky Charms later. Good leg, Hallas. Yo, imagine. Acid Arrow into Nocturne somewhere into Galacta left. Oh, sad. Oh, I have an idea. No, it won't work. Hi, Airball. How are you doing? Geht's dir? Wie geht's meinem Mondgesichti? Wie geht's meinem Rockliebhaber? Would have wondered. Taking away the Barcionista, he might play Galacta here. Doing poorly, fiber, 39.8, but already able to leave the bed. Oh no, you too? In work, there are so many sick people. It's like, it's now like the perfect season for being sick, I guess. Like, everybody's just somehow sick right now. But hope you get well soon. I'm happy to see you. That's bad. If you get a free job. It's always a free job, huh? Come on, snap me so I can retreat. Why don't you snap? Save my time. Dude, what if I get? Don't tell me about dogs dying and hurting them. Say bye to Subaru. Wait, what? What kind of ads do you get over there? If he plays an Nihilus, now we have a problem. Otherwise, you could maybe try to clock him. Okay, it's not an Nihilus. Oh, it's worse. It's Viper. Yeah, it was the same with Scampy. Like there was not one like sick season or like fever season where Scampy didn't got like sick. Like Scampy was like 24/7 sick. A kid started to sneeze, Scampy got sick. Sounds like a threat. At least they didn't say anything bad about Butters, huh? Airball, he has like 39.8 fever. Kids are like really stinky.
Get well soon.
Kids are like really stinky.
No, it's not the kid's fault actually. I always say that it's the parents' fault. I mean, okay, I understand that you have to go to work in order to earn money, but if your child is sick, do not bring it into daycare or into school. Why?
Why don't you never say kindergarten? Kindergarten is
because kindergarten is not that popular, I guess.
But it's an English word.
Okay, so into kindergarten. Because
I was just
if
curious.
the child is sick, then every other child is going to get sick in class, and then the teachers are going to get sick. And if one teacher is sick, and
Every
at home,
teacher is sick.
no, and at home, then the other colleagues have to jump in for her, and that's a lot of work actually. So, yeah, we actually had the we were actually not allowed to take in children who are visibly sick. So if you saw that they are kind of have a fever or they kind of have a runny nose, my colleague actually was the best and she said, no, we are not going to take your child. You can turn around and you can go home. Because she never allowed to, bring a sick child, but wasn't always like this because, the parents, they will give the kids everything they need to be better, like all sorts of medication, and then after like 1 or 2 hours when they're at daycare, the symptoms start to show and they have to get, the parents need to come and pick up their kids. But I was sick like 24/7 when I worked there because you are really close to like different people, to different individuals, and yeah, I got sneezed on. I got bitten by children, I got sneezed on, some kids coughed on me. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh no, I hope you get better soon. Did you get checked out? Like, were you at the doctor to get better medication? Because if not, then go to like a doctor. Let the doctor check you from head to toe.
You probably just have the peak right now.
What the heck? That must have hurt. Like your shoulder blade? Okay, I hope you get well soon.
I always remember like the time I had like I don't know what's in English, like the part that's like here, like the it's like Nebenhöhlen
Your
in English.
sinuses?
I don't
You're
know.
like
Like the whole like the empty crave here in between your nose and your behind your eyebrows. That's it's like a Nebenhöhlen, like it's I don't know.
he got an infection.
Let's say it like that,
I
yeah.
think it's a sinus infection.
Maybe. And I always remember, like I was my head hurt so much. I had like to get like antibiotic and stuff. But I remember like I could not sleep at all. I remember I went to bed at like it was like school times. Like I was like kind of young, and I remember like I went to or like I was in bed at like 11 p.m. stuff, and I woke up at 2 or 3 a.m. My head hurt, it blasted, I was like hot, I was like, it was so worse, and I could not sleep. So I had to start the TV, and there were just so weird shows running around. Like, I don't know if guys like you know Monk, but I just watched like thousands of episodes of freaking Monk, and it was like a crazy time.
No, yeah, but like being sick is no joke.
And I didn't know what to do. Like everything hurt. I was just suffering.
But you start to appreciate the ability to smell, to hear, and to not feel bad. Like you will appreciate it way more because when I'm sick and I start to lose like the smell or the ability to like breathe, I'm so happy that when I'm like healthy again, that you just do not acknowledge it. But yeah, the head feels like a balloon.
Why do you want to ban Lost?
What's the problem?
I don't know. It's just everyone lost things. And the worst thing was like my parents had to work, and I was like alone at home. And one like
So alone at home.
the next day, like everything. My mother just said like, yeah, maybe try to go to the doctor. But the thing is, the doctor was like 30 minutes walk from my home, so I had to walk to the doctor. The reason, probably not. The doctor was like 30 minutes away, and it was like December, January, something like that. Like there was snow outside. It was like freezing cold. And I remember like, I don't know, 15-year-old, 16-year-old soul walking to the doctor, and I did not know how I reached like the freaking doctor's office. Like I was like, I wanted to lay down on the street like 10 times, just get some sleep.
You're screaming.
I'm not screaming, but I have to because the music's kind of loud. Obviously, people don't hear me. I just wanted to lay down so badly,
No.
just
No,
get
do
something. I don't know. I don't know how I went to the doctor and back.
Wait,
But, yeah.
do you know if it's not some sort of, you know, because there was like a second wave going around, or a third wave, I guess. Do you know that's like, it's a classic flu, or is it coronimony? But, like, It doesn't even depend if it's a flu or coronamony. Just get well soon.
That was before that.
Take your medications. Just rest. Eat some soup. A good homemade chicken soup. Or a good homemade vegetable soup. And it will be better.
And don't eat butters. I can't taste bitter things any time. When I get sick, I can't taste sweet or sour or anything. It tastes bitter. Oh, that sounds so annoying. Once when I was a kid, I had food poisoning and I spent the whole freaking night vomiting until my dad took me.
Oh,
to the
I have
doctor
a
this
crazy
morning.
story about that too. I was so mad at you. So it was back in the time when Seoul still had like football training, and I don't know what I had. Like,
Oh, not again that story.
yeah, think it's food poisoning and was some sort of diarrhea. It was some sort of like, I had really bad pain. Like, I couldn't stand up. I couldn't do anything without getting nauseous, without starting to projectile vomit. Like, that was crazy. That was the worst feeling ever. And Sol was like, are you okay? Like, I need to go to my training now. Just stay on the couch. Don't move.
To be
I had
fair,
everything.
at that time when I left you, you were like, it's getting better.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's okay. I have everything. I have my water. I have my food. I have everything. I do not need to stand up. And like time passes and I started to feel really dizzy, really nauseous, and really, really bad pain was shooting up like into my belly, into my stomach. And it was like, if you would say from 1 out of 10, it was like pain of 15. Like, I was in pain. And I called Sol, and I called him, and he did not answer. And I mean, okay, he had football training. I couldn't answer. Yeah, he couldn't answer. And I was really that close to calling an ambulance because I was so freaking like dizzy, nauseous, everything. I had so freaking pain. I thought I'm going to take a knife, and stab it into my stomach to like kind of, I don't know, ease the pain.
And then she's talking about me talking family friendly.
No, but like that was the worst pain in my life actually. And you remember it too. And then he came home and I don't know. I'm so glad that I never overdosed because I took a lot of pain medication. Nothing worked. But yeah, I think the next time I went to the doctors to check it out, she gave me some medication that worked. Somehow it was like a miracle. And then it got better. I still don't know to this day what I got. I don't know. But please be careful.
I remember I had like once a food poisoning. I was like we were visiting my grandparents, and at the night we were like, I don't know, somewhere extern to eat, and we all got sick. Like nobody did not get sick from us. Like everybody just got a food poisoning. I remember I drank like a whole bunch of a lot of Fanta, like orange juice,
To vomit?
and I vomited like at night.
Ooh.
And because I was like a chill, I could not handle it. Like
It was too much.
you had to vomit. It wasn't like you're like an adult or grown up and you said like, okay, you close your mouth and go to the toilet and then vomit. No, it was just I went to the toilet, but while I ran to the toilet, I was just vomiting to the toilet.
Oh no!
And my brother still tells me to that day he can't smell Fanta because like the whole flat we shared like the same room. He can't smell Fanta to this day because like the whole freaking room we were sleeping together with smelled like freaking Fanta.
Oh no!
Like everything was Fanta at that
Oh
point.
no!
And he always tells me like he can never smell freaking Fanta anymore.
Poor soul. No. But Jackson, be careful because we had someone in our family who actually got sick, like the regular flu, and continued with work and did all the stuff the person needed to do. And suddenly, like I think a few days that passed by, that person had a sharp pain, like in her boob.
Sharp pain.
Like a really sharp pain, like in the chest area, like at the boob area where the heart is. And it went on for like, I think, a week.
It
No?
gave him PTSD. Yeah,
It went on for a week, right? With the sharp pain.
few days, but yeah.
A few days. And the person really thought, oh my god, she maybe got a heart attack because it really hurt that much. And we both just said, please go to the doctor or go to the emergency, because if you have like a heart, like if there's something, please go. Like, it's your freaking heart. Turns out, because of the flu and because of the constant working and not resting, that person got like the muscle that's close to your heart,
Heart muscle.
your heart muscle. She got like not infection, but help me. What was it?
Let's see, what is Google saying? Inflammation.
An inflammation, like a really bad inflammation on her heart muscle. And yeah, if she would have continued the way she did, she might have gotten like a heart attack. So please be very careful. If you're sick, do not work out. Do not go to like heavy duty work. Just rest your body, because your body needs it. Yeah.
That's what my biological teacher always told me. Like, he taught us biologic, biology, and he was like sport as well. And
Is it a congestion?
he always said like he always told us a story like when we had like biology, like the stuff like body and stuff.
Yes.
Because when he was like a student, and he was like for a sport teacher, like in college, they have to do like a lot of sport, they have to train much and stuff. And he always said like he had a friend who he went on to run a lot, like they have to practice a lot, and they have to do like some sport tests to pass the teaching exam there. And his friend just got sick one day. Like, he only had like a flu for like a few days. But he was like, after one day, he was like, yeah, let's go on and train for like the exam. And they went on and they did like the track mile stuff, and they ran and everything. And on the next day, he really felt bad. And 2 days later, he died because of the heart inflammation, because his body just couldn't rest enough. And he always tells that story how his friend with like 25 years something just died to like a heart inflammation, because he didn't get his rest when he got like the flu, and he just kept on doing sports, because like he did not do like a bit of running, he like really they ran a bunch. And yeah, that was a story that he always told us. Like, he always said like, if you feel sick, just go and take a rest, take it slow, because you might get some problems.
I mean, Jackson, that's like full on like crazy. That's
That's like horrible. There's like a story like
wow.
there's like a story around the country. Yeah, it's a country.
Oh,
Country.
sorry.
Yeah, like the stuff like the was it Bezirk? County? Is it county? Yeah.
What do you want to tell?
Bezirk.
No, but what's the
Yeah,
story?
but never mind. There was like a guy who worked like on some building stuff, and he cut off his right arm, and with all that adrenaline, he just took his arm, drove like 30 minutes to the hospital.
No, wait, you have to say he was a construction worker and they worked like in a mine, and there was a machine.
No, not that. It's another one.
It's another one.
And he just chopped off his hand, and he took his hand and drove to the hospital with it. And he did not park like in the garage or something. He just parked like where the ambulance cars are, because he was like, yeah, F it, I just go in and get some help. And the nurse at the reception did not saw that he cut off his hand, and she just told him, yo, you need to park somewhere else, like you can't park there because the ambulance cars have to be there. So he went with like his chopped off hand, he went to his car, imagine driving with like only your left hand, like if you driving like manual, you go shift gears with your left hand and do like steering wheel car. He drove down the garage, and then he went to the ER just to get some help, and then they realized he chopped off his hand, and they were like, yo, why did you not tell us you chopped off his hand? Like, they only saw like the good part of him. That's why they told him to drive away.
Yeah, maybe.
And they always tell like the story that there was that one guy who chopped off his hand and went to the ER with that.
Probably because he had like some kind of bandage on it.
Yeah,
My first reaction would be if I would chop off something to take some kind of cloth and just like put on some pressure. That's like my first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, he tied around a bunch of stuff, and that's why he didn't got a problem. Yeah.
That's insane. So what's like the whole summary of the stories we just told? Please take care. You only have this body right now. Please take care of your body. And if you feel sick, don't do too much because it can really affect you. Don't do too much. Visit your doctor. I know in America it's a bit different because you don't have that same healthcare that we have, for example, in Austria. But if you have the funds to go, or if you know a doctor or have insurance, please go. Please check it out. Because that's no joke. That's, yeah, no. No.
You place Heimdall here. Moves Iron Fist here. These two move and win. If you place Heimdall here, these two move. 6.
Do you mean that I'm scared?
Here.
No, I'm just shocked because in my mind, like, I would handle the thing completely different. Probably if I would chop off my arm because, okay, just a scenario. The microwave just explodes. Soul is not at home. The microwave blew off my arm. The first thing I want to do...
Casually.
Yeah, because she's a bitch. I hate that microwave.
Sunday.
Then I would, like, put on a cloth or something. The first thing that, like, is close to me. Put on a pressure. And then I will probably call him to drive me to the hospital. Yeah. That's it. That would be my reaction. But not go, like... No, I would not. I don't know if I told the story, but when Soul, like, snapped his knee, he drove all the way, like, 1.5 hours or more, like 1 hour, 15 minutes, something like that, with a broken knee. He drove 1 hour and 15 minutes from training home.
The knee wasn't broken, it was just a muscle.
Yeah, but it snapped. Yeah. And it was swollen like that. It was like this. The knee was like this. He drove 1 hour 15 back home, came like into our apartment and said like really casually, yeah, Scampi, you know, we might want to go to the emergency. And I was like, why? What happened? Yeah, I just did something to my knee. I looked at his knee. That size, okay? And I started to freak out. I didn't stay calm. I was like, why the heck did you think that driving 1 hour and 15 minutes would be a good idea with like one leg not working? Yeah, so we drove there at, I think, midnight to the ER and...
Shortly, he handles always here to Aranya to the left. That's why I was thinking he will never do that. But to be fair, you have to stay. Like, I know Scampi is not staying freaking calm, so somebody has to stay calm in that situation. We can't both panic.
No, the thing is, it depends what situation it is. Sometimes I can get freaked out because I had a child snap open his head in kindergarten once. I have to add that that child was responsible for it because he was jumping around on a chair and I told him to stop multiple times. I told him to sit down, or he can sit down somewhere else or on the floor because it's really dangerous. He wouldn't listen. He was a little brat, actually. He wouldn't listen. And he was like, there's the back of the chair. He was standing on that chair and somehow the chair slipped under, like from under him. And he hit here, like his head, like directly under the back of the chair. So it was an open wound, and I stayed calm. Like, in this moment, of course, like, my adrenaline went crazy, but I had to stay calm. And then I called for an ambulance. I called the parents and everything. The parents weren't that happy. Little side note, that his parents were nuts. Those, no. They had no education at all. They wouldn't parent the correct way. They just, no. No. Never mind. So yeah, that's maybe a situation where I stayed calm, but knowing that him, like he drove 1 hour, like more than an hour, with a car on the highway with a broken leg. I was so furious. I said to him, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you say something to me? I would have come to you.
How?
Somehow. I would manage something.
That's it, somehow.
I would do something.
You would go like 3 hours with a train?
Probably.
Thank you.
So, yeah. But Jackson, please be careful. Take it easy. Please. I know you work a lot. I'm the same. I can't sit still. I need to do something. Otherwise, I'm getting bored. But please, do it for you and yourself and your body. Because you just only have this body. And if it's gone, it's gone. So,